Welcome to Kashmir University Weekly Video Digest Quest. First, a look at the highlights. Director Physical Research Laboratory, Ahmedabad delivers special lecture. DICA holds Nodal Officers Meet and week-long workshop on book publishing ends. Now the details of these events with your host Rabia Bashir. One of the top Indian scientists, Professor Jitendra Nath Goswami, delivered a special lecture in the conference hall of Gandhi Bhavan. Vice Chancellor, University of Kashmir, Professor Talat Ahmed, while introducing Professor Goswami to the audience, said that the top scientist is also the Director of Physical Research Laboratory, Ahmedabad. In his lecture, Professor Goswami said that in order to understand many things, one has to believe in certain things.
If any of you are not, say, astrophysics or physics, if you say, I don't believe in Big Bang, I cannot convince you. Because all we know that after that everything, if you look logically, you can explain everything. But even Stephen Hawking wrote, don't ask what was there before time t is equal to 0. Okay? So story of time or error of time. So you see what happened, all I am telling is that we should not work in our own chamber all the time. It helps, at least it helped me to grow. I do not know whether I am an astrophysicist, physicist, and all these friends, they said I am an earth scientist. I said yes. I am very happy with all of you. I learned from all of them. See, one good thing is that if you do not know something and if you do not want to put your ignorance openly.
Praising Kashmir University efforts in trying to create a name for itself, Professor Goswami urged faculty members to go for research projects. He told them that they should not get discouraged by the initial rejections. Professor Goswami also advised faculty members to enhance the number of research scholars.
Thing is there will be definitely screening in the sense that when we are talking, we want to encourage people in university to do research. I mean, nowadays, 20, 30 lakhs, you can give a JRF, you can get a microscope or something. But suppose you want to think about crores, not less than 5, 10, 20, then there is a lot of, filter. But if you try hard if you have a good idea, whether it is biology or because, CSR, both CSR and even bio, they have a different department. CSR head is also now very renowned, whatever you call him. I mean, he has bio aspected, but he's more on something molecular or other range. So I think it will be very good.
Dean Research, Professor Khurshid Andrabi, while interacting with the office Professor Goswami, told him that they are looking out for various possibilities and opportunities.
It always helps to sort of generate those collaborations, especially for the people who are interested in biophysics. I'm sure there are so many people here who are basically biophysicists but doing something else. And if they were to sort of have a trip to PRL and interact with individual faculty members, maybe they would sort of strike a chord and eventually come up with a joint proposal.
Registrar Professor Zafar Ahmed Rishi also spoke on the occasion.
That if we basically can revive those old links, isn't it, and then put together a group, we somehow can revive that relationship that we had with these two institutions and then do something which would be very meaningful in the contemporary context as well.
Directorate of Internal Quality Assurance organized a meeting of nodal officers of the university in the conference hall of Administration Building. The meeting was held to apprise nodal officers about the benefits of submitting all relevant information online on regular basis. Director DICA, Dr. Fayaz Ahmed, presented the inaugural remarks.
Today's meeting solely is basically revolving around the role of the nodal officers in the departments, because of the fact that the university has to maintain and actually document the annual performance of the institution, and over the years then show the growth. That is basically the mandate of the NAC provided to the DICA. Until date, we used to have this online submission of the annual report manually, that used through mails, etc. and hard copies.
Registrar Professor Zafar Ahmed Rashid said that all the information present online must be updated.
Work to achieve those targets. And that must be true of the university as well, right? This is one part that one has to take care of. Maybe after we do all this work, and then at the end of the day, it is not in consonance with the requirements of the National Assessment and Accreditation Council, and then this would be basically an additional effort that would be required to be done sometime later. One. Second is that presumably the information that is ultimately supplied, either in this form, e-form, or in the written form, is not always correct. I mean, it takes a lot of effort on us also, to feed every research paper to the web and determine page number, this, that, and then ultimately at the end of the day, whether it is e or whether it is hard format, the quality of the information that is entered assumes significance. And nodal officers, I believe, has to play a very proactive role there. The information that is entered has to be correct, authentic, agreed. And then it should not tomorrow, somebody tomorrow checks basically our papers for his own curiosity and he does not find that paper actually published. It will basically create problems for the entire university, and then it basically somehow clouds the entire report, so on and so forth. This is something which we have been facing, and actually you will be also basically facing such a problem. This needs to be cross-checked.
Professor Rishi advised nodal officers that information furnished by individuals must be authentic and correct before the same can be put online.
First and foremost is with regard to this DICA, the quality of information. It has to be correct, authentic, then alone it makes sense, or else it basically creates problems for us also and then for others also. Fourth thing is, which is very important, that as on date we would get previous basically information from the teachers for their promotions. Because this API score was, rolled out later on, isn't it? And then we had to get data of 8, 10, or 9, so on and so forth, since it was not available. Now, whatever data the nodal officer puts up, that would be considered as authentic, and then the teacher would not get an opportunity basically to somehow later on argue that I was having this publication, I was having that publication. But how it is so that it was not reflected, agreed, in the earlier, and then now you are basically coming up with this information. Now, for that reason, it is very serious.
Dean Research Professor Khurshid Andrabi urged nodal officers to give asset certificates.
Sir, one thing, many people, I would like to, send it through the message, through the representatives of individual departments, is that we have requested time and again for people who run projects to give us asset certificates. What are the assets generated out of the projects? And only one individual has come up with that asset certificate. Please convey it to your individual principal investigators, PIs, to please provide the asset certificate. Otherwise, there is no accountability of those assets. So those assets have to be recorded someplace that these are the assets generated over the years, because these people have to eventually reflect it at certain forums that these were the assets generated. This bit of
UC also.
It's a requirement of UC also, but nobody is actually bothered, and then they keep on testing me that UCs are not timely sort of sent. So please convey it to individual PIs that asset certificates are to be provided to us. Assets, lists of assets have to be provided to our office.
Speaking on the occasion, Dean Academic Affairs Professor A.M. Shah in his address told nodal officers that it's important to update information about individual teachers.
When we are saying that we are here developing basically the format, and format has two parts. One is basically for an individual. Means individual teacher can upload or just fill the information themselves, obviously that individual information becomes the information of the department, except certain things will come from the department as a whole, what the department has done. Rest of the information can automatically come. Then we need to identify what exactly this team of teachers, who are the representatives of the, that I should say quality teacher, the quality representatives in the departments, what exactly is their role? Are we expecting all teachers to submit the information which exactly they have done regarding projects, regarding publications, regarding books, or any other activity they have done? And then what exactly will be the role if he is not doing that? Then obviously, because at some point I have seen that this will be done regularly. Means a person has published a paper today, he is required, if he is putting it on the net, it will automatically come to the central server, or the teacher is. So I think that we should in fact listen to some of the people here, what difficulties they are facing in the departments. And if there are no difficulties, then it is all okay, no need to discuss anything. If they are facing any kind of a difficulty, I think then we must devise a strategy for that, because we have enough of time. We will be able to design a very good report for the current year whenever we are preparing that.
Vice Chancellor Professor Talat Ahmed said that according to new UGC guidelines, promotions are subjected to API scores, and as such, the importance of giving exact information is important.
It is not that people like to give all the information. Actually, it is more important to see that most of the people, as Shah Sahab was telling, they are not ready to give the information. Unke piche, okay, if they don't have anything, then they will cut a sorry figure, because now the new UGC regulation, okay, wherever they are, they will be there. So those days are gone कि आप कुछ मत कीजिएगा और वो promotion मिलेगा, वो सब खत्म हो गया. Until unless you have project, don't be very sure कि आप professor का भी बन पाइएगा, because all the promotions are linked to having projects. Okay, having projects means आपको करना ही पड़ेगा काम, because the funding agency will be after your life कि आपने क्या किया. Okay, so things are changing.
Professor Talat also cautioned faculty members to refrain from giving wrong or incomplete information.
See, the thing is, if you will be promoted from associate professor to professor after 8 years, so 7 years you give all the wrong information, annual report will have all the wrong informations from individuals. So it is not only promotion, it is the authenticity of the document that we are preparing through DICA. We have to also make it very loud and clear message. Any wrong information, you are gone. There should be no relaxation. If somebody is found to give wrong information, that fellow will be suspended.
During the meeting, the participants were briefed about the online submission. The primary work of DICA nodal officers, who are appointed on the recommendations of departmental committees by the concerned HODs, Director of Research Centers, are to establish the coordination among all the stakeholders involved in promotion, organization and management of quality education. The week-long training course in book publishing organized by Allama Iqbal Library in collaboration with National Book Trust concluded. The valedictory function was held in Ibn Khaldun Auditorium. Librarian Allama Iqbal Library, Dr. Abdul Majid Baba, said that during 7 days of workshop, resource persons briefed participants on various methods of book publishing.
For the authors, there are also certain problems. Scholars, there are certain problems. Publishers, they also face certain problems. If you'll see from the author's point of view, many of the authors, no doubt, they write much, but the technique of writing, what is the technique of writing and what should be the format of a book, most of the authors are not aware fully. If you see from the author's point of view, different parts of a book, whether in Urdu language or in Kashmiri language, they only know about the textual body of the book, but what are the various parts from the very beginning, what they are about the title page, front of the title page, about the back of the title page, what information we must include on the front of the title page, what type of information we must include at the back of the title page. These are the preliminaries, and what type of pagination we must give, Roman or Arabic, at on what pages in the preliminaries we must give the Roman pages. And in the same way, we have to think about the publishers, about the editing part. The editing part of the publishers is very, very important.
Assistant Director NBT Mr. Sumit Bhattarji said that during the week-long workshop, they tried to appraise participants about the techniques of book publishing.
We just tried to give an overview of what this publishing is all about, what are the different stages of publishing, and we tried to deal with that to some extent. I'll not say that we could do it fully and successfully. There are various reasons for that, but one thing which I must say is about the punctuality. I'm sorry to say that during this 1 week, I didn't find any punctuality among the participants, which is a very sorry state of affairs.
Many participants also spoke on the occasion. They expressed satisfaction with the workshop and asked Kashmir University to hold more such workshops for the benefit of all those who want to publish books. Later, the participants were given certificates of participation. That's all for today's episode. Log on to our website emmrckashmir.com, where you can check the latest episode of Quest. You can also send us your valuable suggestions at our email address, that is quest@emmrckashmir.com. Before I take you a leave, here are few words of wisdom. Nothing can now be believed which is seen in newspaper. Thank you very much.